Hello, James here. Hope you guys are having a good day out there. Well, I've got a couple of content creators got some really interesting look on the dating market in today's market on not just women going with women, but women are leaving women for men, and some other interesting things. Um, some women want materialistic things. But I'm gonna show you this video, a couple videos, and we'll get right back to my commentary. Okay.
The women are gone so disrespectful of themselves. Nothing matters. It's very sad, the world we live in. The women have no respect for themselves whatsoever. They should make men run all the way after them. If it's to the end of the earth, they should make them run after them, but they don't. It's all modern living as we used to have today. And all everybody thinks about is money. Money.
In posh British white woman terms, what she's saying is they belong to the streets.
Americano, like a man.
There's nothing more easy to me than a woman who claims to want gender equality and want to break gender stereotypes, turns around and be mean to men because they order their favorite drink at Starbucks. If you want equality, it's for everyone. If you want to break stereotypes, it's for everyone. Just let people live. Oh my god. If I'm a man and somebody says that to me, I will tell her to go to the kitchen and make me whatever that you think is manly enough for me to drink.
Like I always say, these women want the benefits of a masculine man, whilst also wanting him to be feminine. If you make men more feminine, they're gonna become more feminine. Now, I'm not saying getting an iced coffee is feminine because that's just stupid, right? But you see this type of rhetoric when men talk about their feelings. Oh, it gives me the ick. But you want him to be open, or you want him to be more feminine. That's what you said. But it's like at the same time you want him to be super duper. It doesn't make any sense.
Person, you subset of black women, and it's a very small set of you guys, but you guys are always loud. The empty barrels make the most noise, and you guys show me that consistently. Y'all think helping black women means coddling them in every single aspect, every single second. Y'all swear helping black women means that you are a consistent yes man for every single action that they put forth, even if their actions are consistently hurting themselves and other people. That is doing nothing for them. You guys live so much in your trauma. You guys hate men so much that you are unable to hold your sisters accountable. My video was about right and wrong. It wasn't even about gender. I never brought up gender, not one time. But y'all found a way to ensure that you did. Because like I've said in multiple other videos, if the roles were reversed, I would have said the same thing just about Meg as opposed to Party. And another reason why some of y'all feel so strongly about this is because you refuse to address your own issues and you are always victimizing yourself. You are never ever the aggressor, even when you allow somebody to play in your face. Accountability is null and void for a lot of y'all. I've seen a few people ask me, well, how are you a life coach and this is the advice I give? That's because I don't come from a place of trauma or hurt or emotion. I come from a place of practicality. Baby, this is science. When you set something in motion, it's going to cause a reaction. If you don't want the reaction, don't set shit in motion. If you set shit in motion, you get a reaction. Understand that you deserve that reaction because why? You set it in motion. If I sat here and I handheld all my clients and I told them everything they want to hear, they would never grow, they would never develop, they would never attain their goals. Because you have to acknowledge where you slipped up. You have to acknowledge where you could have done better so that you can actually do better. That's how all of this works. You think after a basketball team loses a game, the coach is sitting there saying, well, you guys tried. You did your best. We don't need to have any extra practices. Even the worst team in the NBA, baby, I can guarantee you that there is no speech like that going on in the locker room. If you want yourself or people to be better and do better, you have to be self-aware and accountable so that you can grow. Now, if you're unwilling to do that, that's fine. But keep that to yourself. You stay safe.
I guarantee this woman will be labeled a pygmy. Guarantee it. But I find this very interesting. Women who hold other women accountable are never praised in the female community. Never. They're very much ostracized. They're not the biggest creators. They don't get the most traction. They get a lot of abuse. But the men who hold men accountable, the men who tell men to go to the gym, better your life, just do better. ones who are praised the most. Isn't that quite interesting?
Thanks to me. I didn't mean to say that. That's my bad.
I'm with you.
It's my bad to say nasty things to you. Even if you did say nasty things to me. It's my bad
I'm with you.
to put my hands on you.
Armand!
Go do whatever that you did that made me feel that way. Like, I'm gonna take responsibility. Get with me.
Okay.
Don't know who you dealing with.
Y'all have no idea who you stepped up to play with.
You really Cosby loves you.
Yeah.
And Cosby loves you has a mental problem.
Nope.
So it has to be nice. If you gonna talk about my daughter, you gonna harass my daughter, you gonna talk about upstairs. You and your stupid family don't even understand the business. Don't you, guys? I'm stupid.
So put some clothes on.
You are a stupid man.
She's a mom. She has to put some clothes on.
What?
She's a mom. She has to put some clothes on.
His family are crazy, chaotic, harassing people.
So what my son
They
doing?
are harassing my family. They are harassing my daughter.
So it turns out that Keke Palmer was also putting her hands on her husband. Now, am I surprised? No. Because two reasons. Reason number one, abusive relationships normally go both ways. There's normally abuse happening on both sides. Whether it's physical, verbal, whatever the case is, it's normally happening on both sides. And number two, when it comes to breakups, in almost every breakup scenario, women will try to paint themselves as the victim or mentally make themselves feel like a victim, even if that isn't the case. But in my opinion, this doesn't take him off the hook for hitting his woman. As a grown man, being in a physically abusive relationship with a woman, I'm just trying to picture a grown man fighting a woman. That sounds like some really bitch-made shit. I have to keep it 100. If a woman hits you once, you leave. Why are you staying there fighting a woman? That makes absolutely no sense to me. I can't comprehend it. You got to have little to no self-respect to be in a relationship going back and forth, beating your woman and your woman beating you. That's crazy to me. But this Keke Palmer situation leads well into this next video.
Is pornography stealing your man from you? How did the toxic pornographic mating...
This next video.
Secure men, what happens is they select wisely. They select a woman, and if she's doing behavior that's not good and they can't accept, they remove themselves. What insecure men will do is select poorly and then almost shake her to be better, like keep begging her. And that's why women start to call a man insecure, because you don't like a lot of me, but you can't leave me, so that makes you insecure. Whereas a secure man, you don't like a lot of me, you leave me. So we don't call that guy insecure. We call the guy that keeps blowing up our phone knowing that we're going to go out every weekend, keeps shouting and screaming every time we post a bikini picture, but will still be with me and still pay for dinner and all that stuff. So that's the guy we call insecure, the one that can't let go. I find it so bizarre that women will post bikini pictures and then get mad if their man likes a bikini picture. You are contributing to the same problem that you see in your relationship. You are fueling that same fire in either somebody else's relationship or your own. You are creating the same men that you don't like. The ones that are tapping like on your pictures, you're creating that as well when you're posting like that. So I think if a woman posts bikini pictures but then gets mad at you for liking them, she's got a narcissistic element that you need to kind of see as a red flag, because there's a part of her that believes her emotions should be soothed but yours shouldn't.
And the same goes for women. If you're a secure woman, you see a man, he's doing things you don't like, you leave. Same goes for a man. There's no way a woman is putting hands on me and I'm staying in that relationship. It doesn't matter what the situation is. Because, and I'm just making this personal to me, I wouldn't hit a guy that looked like me. I wouldn't see a guy on the street that looked like me and him. So for her to hit me, she must be mentally deranged. Because I could out your life with one hit and you would hit me? You must be crazy.
Went on a date with this girl, and at first it was like best date ever. Like, we were vibing. She was so my type. I was like, let's get a cul-de-sac in the Palisades, adopt 5 kids, put them in Human, orange slices on me. I will wear lavender to the wedding. Let's get a tulip garden. Where do I sign? Where do I sign my name? Okay. These 2 guys come up to us while we're at the bar. Let's call them Brad and Chad. Todd works for Morgan Stanley and is great at darts. I'm like, okay, can you like skedaddle? Like, we are kind of like hanging out, like us 2 like on a date. The girl that I'm with is like, no. Actually, like, they can stay. Like, I kind of like the vibes of us, like, all like
hanging out together. But okay, like now it's like a group project, getting to know her. Chad asks her for her number. And I'm like, okay, wifey's good. Wifey, this is my wife. Like, I know her like the back of my hand. I know she's going to give the wrong number, and little does he know he's going to be texting Cheryl in Poughkeepsie. You know what I mean? Me and her go to another bar. And I notice that she's texting someone. She's texting Chad. Not only she's texting Chad, but she tells me, hey, I actually think that I'm going to meet up with that guy from the bar. I had so much fun, though.
If I was listening, there's no way I'm dating a bisexual woman. No way. From the rhetoric that I've heard from bisexual women, they're always talking about, I like girls, but I can never date them. If I'm gay, and I know that rhetoric is out there, why am I dating them? And even as a bisexual woman, why would you long-term date a woman unless you're like just way more attracted to women than men? Because you can't start a family with a woman normally. You have to go through all this other stuff, all this, surrogate, all that crap. It's just easier to go be with a guy. So when I'm reading through these comments and I'm seeing all these lesbians talk about this has happened to me so much, I'm not surprised.
Cheat on you. I did not cheat on you.
It was a woman.
I did. Yes.
It was a woman. That's why it's not cheating, and I'm insecure because of that.
Yes, man. Look, are you serious right now, bro? You going ballistic, putting all my stuff by the door?
Because you think this
Like,
is a
what's
game.
wrong with you?
You think this is really a game? I can't believe you.
Game.
I can't. You really need to get out.
Can you put my stuff back in the closet?
You need to get out for
Put
real.
my stuff back.
I can't believe that you think.
And I can't believe that you're doing all of this.
And you calling me insecure.
Yeah, insecure.
And the fact that
You were going with the woman.
You have no remorse and no respect for me at all. None at all.
No, I want you to see how you look.
Because
doing the most. Because I had a little too much to drink and had a little fun with a friend.
Okay, you call it fun, and I'm.
And then you have the bisexual women who are like this. Yeah, I can sleep with a girl because that's not really cheating, huh? Let me tell you something. Call me toxic, call me what you want. When I meet my future wife, I will be the last person she ever sleeps with, ever kisses, ever anything. There will be nothing, no friend, no nothing. I will be the very, very last. There's none of this, oh, that's my friend, we got drunk. No.
It's almost like magic. Physics. They're as easy.
Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you about the reach back, right? Shout out to the brothers that tag, that like I said, that do videos, that tag me when they talking about the reach back. I am the creator of the term. I am the one who told you what the reach back. I told you there's many factors to the reach back. There's many different versions of the reach back. But the biggest reach back, one of the biggest reach backs is when they get taken to Pound Town by Pookie, Ray. That's a real thing. They hate it. They hate us talking about Pookies and Rays. They hate it. You know why? Because it's still going on. I don't care. Run Pookie and Ray name into the ground. I don't care.
Right.
But they hate it because they make these poor decisions early in their life. Early in their life, they make these poor decisions. And when they end up getting knocked up by Ray, right? Pookie and Ray, right? They love the tattoos. They love the fast money. They love the gang banging. They love all that. They love the foreign cars, right? They love the illegal lifestyle, the drug dealing. That has a shelf life. See, the thing is, Pookie and Ray obtains all these things early in their life, but they lose it just as fast as they get it,
right?
Because it's illegal.
And they lose their life.
It's illegal. So what ends up happening to them? They end up getting sent to the upper room, or they get sent under the jail. Upper room, under the jail. Matter, you got probably around 2 years, 3 years tops before they in the upper room or under the jail. Right? So what ends up happening? She's out here with Pookie's and Ray Ray kids. She's struggling. Couple of years go by. She's out. She's walking. You're walking. Y'all just happen to walk past each other, and she just say, "Hey, you don't remember me?" You look at her and you like, "Who is this?" Then you remember who she is. Now, everything that Pookie and Ray Ray had back in the days, you have it. The thing is, you earned it legally. It took you a while to get it, but guess what?
Right.
It's yours.
Right.
The government can't come in and raid your house and take everything away from you because you paid for it legally. You got a career, you got a trade, you got a skill, you got bank accounts. Everything that took you a while to get, Pookie lost it in a heartbeat because he got it illegally. Which means it never was really his. Government came and snatched everything up. And if he is under the jail, when he does come home, what is he going to be doing? What is he going to be doing? Is he going to be, making shakes? Do you want fries with that? Is he going to be a janitor, mopping floors?
And not only that, he'll be evicted. Because, when you do that, it's going to be hard for you to get another apartment or house.
What is he going to be doing when he come home? Doesn't have many options, so he's not an option anymore. Guess who becomes the number one option? You. You become the number one option now. And you know why? Because you worked your way up to this level of success. You worked your way up to this. So you mean to tell me that you worked your way up and she gets the benefits and rewards of your hard work, even though you didn't get the benefit and rewards of her youth, her womb? She already came with a couple of kids. You don't get none of that. She's big now, got kids, washed, straight washed. That's what you're paying for? That's what you're investing in? Absolutely not. That's the reach back. And that's the reason why I tell brothers, stop listening to these blackmail content creators that tell you in order for you to have a woman submit to you, you need to be making money. That sounds absolutely insane. And when I mean making money, they talking about you need to have your money up, you need to have your wardrobe up, you need to have your cars up, your house up, you need to have all these, and these are coming from males that don't have any of that. We know some of them. We know their lifestyle. We know some of them live in the hood. Some of them are wearing suits off the rack. They're doing bad. All they have is a YouTube channel, and yet they still telling you this. They talking about success. Never seen it. Don't know what it look like. Don't know what it look like. Never seen success. Real success. Never seen it. Yet they telling you gotta be a success in order for you to have a woman to submit to you. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Listen, if she wasn't with you from day one when you were struggling, eating ramen noodles, and Keisha don't be with brothers when they're struggling. Matter of fact, they call it struggle love. If she wasn't with you when you were struggling, absolutely not. No. No, you don't get to be with me when I'm doing well. If they reject you in their prime, you reject them in their decline. I'm going to say this again. If they reject you in their prime, you reject them in their decline. That's how that works. That's how that works. That's how that works. See, black men have no problem, and that's why that need to change. Black men have no problem being with Struggle Keisha. That's why that has to change. That's why I tell you, stay away from them. I see a lot of black, they have no problem being with Struggle Keisha. They don't have no problem with it. They work themselves up. They work themselves up to, 70, 80, 90, 100 grand. They work themselves up there, and you get with a Keisha that's work that got a referee shirt on, working in Foot Locker. You get with a Keisha that works overnight in Walmart, packing out packs of turkey legs. You get with Keisha's that is on Section 8, still receiving SNAP benefits, and they got the nerve to say that you're struggling. No, you're struggling, Keisha. You're done. You're washed. You the one out here begging. You out here taking Brad's crumbs. But black men don't have no problem getting with them. No, don't get with them at all. At all. And definitely don't get with no woman that didn't want to be there in your corner when you were struggling. When you were struggling. That's why I tell, black men that are, without any children, or who have, maybe you do have children, don't create anymore. If you don't have none, stay that way. If you're not married already, don't get married. For what? What's the point? You're saving them. When they get married to you, you're the prize. You're the prize. They're not the prize, because if things go wrong, you're losing. What type of prize is that? If things go wrong, and they usually do, you're the one that's going to pay the price. What type of prize is that? So what's the point of getting married? What's the point? I don't see the point in it. I know there's brothers out there that want to get married, but if you do, make sure it's not a Keisha. But ultimately, what's the point? What is the point? Shout out to the Passport Bros. I see y'all going across, and I don't like using Passport Bros. I like to use brothers that traveling. Right. But I said, I know who I'm talking about. Brothers that's traveling. That name has, caused a lot of trouble for black men that's traveling. Yeah. Because they get lumped into this imaginary group of men that Keisha's try to attack. Right. Because they can't get the benefits and resources from these men traveling. Exactly. They really upset about that. But if you out there traveling, right? If you out there traveling across seas, right? Keep them over there. Don't bring them over here. Keep them over there. The laws are a lot different over there than over here. You know that already. So why bring them over here? I seen a chick from DR come over here. She over there. She was submissive. She was happy to be around, or maybe pretended to be in the company of these men that were visiting DR. Was compliant. So she get over here, now she got this nasty attitude. Y'all seen that video. And she said the reason why is because the resources are limited over there. Over here, she got nothing but unlimited resources. You know who those unlimited resources are? Simps. Simps. So if you're traveling over there, now I always say if you're going to travel just to broaden your horizons, see new sights. You know, if you do meet a woman, then you meet a woman, but don't make that your ultimate goal. You know, there's a lot of the world to see, man. There's a lot of the world to see. The sights alone. But if you do meet a woman, you meet a woman. Just don't bring her over here. Just don't bring her over here. I said that plenty of times. Don't bring them over here. Keep them over there. Keep them over there. But again, man, this notion that you have to, you know, black men are the only demographic of men that are told you need to have money in order for, you know, women to be submissive to you and compliance. You're the only group of men told that. And you're told that mainly by, you know, simps. You're told that by simps. You're told that by bums trying to pretend like they're living a good life. You're told that by Keishas. You're told by the poorest demographic of people. Keisha don't have any of this. She don't have nobody paying for her bills. She don't have nobody paying 100% of the bills. But yet then she's telling you, oh, if you want submissive, you got to pay 100%. 50-50 is not a thing. 50-50, you're paying 100% all your bills. And when I mean all her bills, I mean she don't have nobody in the house paying her bills. And her bills ain't that steep anyway, and she still can't pay it. How are you receiving Section 8 and you're still getting evicted? You're such a bum. You're such a bum. You receive Section 8. A lot of them Section 8 programs be paying 70, 80%. Even if it was 40%, that's a huge chunk of your bills, of your rent. And you still getting evicted, you bum? Oh man, this Keisha send-off is gonna be something else. But like I said, black men, if she didn't want you in her prime, reject them and then decline, because you're not gonna make yourself into a winner in order to be with losers. That's not happening anymore. You had black men in the past that was doing that and not throwing any, you know, not throwing any shots to those brothers, because those brothers just didn't understand. They didn't understand who they were dealing with. Like I said, the new black man is the black man that's not just conscious of Brad and his antics, but conscious of Keisha. But no, you're not going to make yourself into a winner just so you can help out losers. No, that's not happening.
Divesting Gone Wrong, featuring Charisma Sidner. Cole and Charisma are an interracial couple with a popular YouTube channel. Many people feel bad for Cole as he is a quadriplegic and Charisma is his caretaker, wife, allegedly. They are supposedly not legally married. Prior to Cole's accident, he lived a very white life. He only had white friends and was surrounded by whiteness, while Charisma only had white friends and was a swirler/divester from jump. As you can see from this video montage, not a single black person was there. Kelly, who is Cole's mom, is like most snake white women and knows her chips. Cole was a bad chip the minute he became disabled, and she knew this. She even asked about freezing his sperm, knowing how broken he would be. She gave up on him that day. Honestly, Cole, as they knew, died that day, which is why his dad and brother act so distant and uncomfortable about his whole affair with Charisma, as she represents a life he had to settle for even though Charisma is able-bodied. Speaking of his family is racist, and they not only dislike black people, but they also think Charisma is ugly and therefore definitely not good enough to get Cole's precious last name. They aren't really married. As you will see from this clip, this is Cole's preferences. Take a good look. Did you see that? That's the kind of women he liked. A divestor's ambitions.
What about intimacy?
It is possible for people with spinal cord injuries to have a very intimate relationship.
It does take some open-mindedness and
yes, patience and creativity and planning.
I don't think we're going to get too deep into our own intimate lives.
The white skin covers a multitude of sins and ailments. Now let's take a look at Cole lying through his teeth about being with Charisma.
So another day of answering very ignorant questions. And by the way, it's disabled, not handicapped. That is a terrible word. Please stop using it. Anyways, if Cole would date me or marry me if he weren't disabled. Cole?
Duh. What does that have to do with anything? Look at this goddess right here. Of course, it has nothing to do with that. So what are you really asking or insinuating? I think I'm racist.
Yeah.
I want you to watch this clip very closely and try to find the one black guy in the stands. When you find him, ask him why he is the only one not cheering and clapping for Cole.
He wouldn't be with a black woman. The only reason he's with a black woman is because he's disabled. Like,
what is that question? Like,
it's so ignorant. Either that, or you don't think I'm pretty enough for Cole, which I've gotten before. Which, honestly, I don't give a crap what you think.
Moving on, Cole used to have a Brazilian friend that would visit him when Charisma wasn't around. It seemed like his family liked her a lot because she's the type of white woman they wanted Cole to be with. Let's see how Cole, Charisma's protector and provider, actually protects his black caretaker / mammy.
And
he proceeds to get out of his truck and says,
he starts to, he opens the door and, he's halfway out, and we just start rolling away, and as we're rolling away, he's continuing to yell, continuing to say things, so even further away, I turned around again, I was like, do not call her that, that's not appropriate at all, and it's way out of line, and then that's when he's about to get out of the car again.
Yeah, and then he starts, getting out of the car, walking towards us, and threatens us and said, I will knock both of you out, I will punch y'all in the face, and we're like, what? It literally came out of nowhere. We approached him so kindly, so nice, and really just wanted to educate him, hey, you can't park here. And one, we actually needed him to move because that's the only way Cole can get out. And he was like, you could have parked over here. And I said, no, we park in the handicapped spot because that's where we should park. We're not going to walk 20 miles.
I park here every day. I was like, okay, well, that just makes it worse. So when he starts getting out of the car, we just start rolling away. We're trying to get away because
there's no point in arguing with stupidity.
Yeah.
There's no point, so we just walked away.
Plus, what am I supposed to do? This is one of my biggest fears is some big person trying to take advantage of me not being able to defend myself, and then also coming at Charisma and threatening her, and I can't defend her. That's one of my most deep-seated fears as a quadriplegic.
So there was no point. I'm not going to put myself in harm's way or Cole's in harm's way. Sorry, this is not going to be edited, just so you know. But I'm not going to be putting myself in harm's way or put Cole in harm's way. So we walked away, went inside, and as we went inside, we saw a police officer.
So I zoned in on him, rolled right up to him, and said, "Hey, look, we just got yelled at by some guy in the parking lot. And threatened because we asked him to move out of the handicap spot, and he started calling my fiance an effing whore and all this stuff. And everybody was like, "Are you serious?" And so he went out there with Charisma. I was said, should I come too? And they're like, no, we don't need 1 million people. So Charisma just went there while I went over to check in.
Yeah. So when I went out there, the guy actually had moved his truck. After all that, he still moved his truck.
He was wrong, so he moved.
And so I went out there with the officer, and I was so flustered. I'm still a little flustered, but we went out there, and the guy was like, "Oh, I'm assuming you come to talk to me." The officer said, "Yes, sir." And so he starts explaining the situation and said that we were disgusting, we were rude.
It was a white guy that threatened them, but Charisma loves white people, so she won't mention the race. You ever wonder where Charisma got her love of white people from? Take a look.
My dad just loves pushing Cole.
That's how they come to answer me. We're in the bar.
I can't help her. Where is he? Wait, he really wants a haircut? Did you get your forehead polished? Is that why you went in there?
No.
And nice polish?
No, that was the wrong place for the lady hat.
Are you sure? You look a little shiny. You want me on the knee, sir? If you don't hurry up.
Good, come on.
Get your head in there, Dad.
Get for our children. Yeah, I hope you get a good laugh. It's too cold. Let's go ahead and leave her.
Alright, bye guys.
Her parents seem to love white people, divesting Dawn wrong.
I can't take my eyes off my eyes. My go-to is Lumify eye drops. Lumify dramatically reduces redness.
In 1 minute. Oh, that's good, everybody. It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of
Just to be fair, we'll do the men too.
Celebrity Jump. As you know, guys, the Red Pill Manosphere, I think that it is a decent community, largely misunderstood. It serves its purpose in certain ways, but in certain ways, it struggles. And it struggles severely with people who are fraudulent inside of the community. And I want to talk about some of those people right now. Donovan Sharp. Donovan Sharp and me do not like one another. We do not get along. He has his things to say about me. I have very many things to say about him. But one thing that Donovan Sharp has been convicted of that I have not is a fraudster and a liar. Okay? A hypocrite to his own message. And again, he's very, very anti-black. And I'm going to deal with that in this video. Recently, Donovan Sharp has become married to this white woman who is also a single mother, a person that he's always said that the kid is his niece. I've already knew that. I was the first person to put that out. That I always believed that that woman was the daughter of the girl he was dating. And he was always here on the internet telling people not to deal with single moms. Leave them alone. Single moms are not worth your time. Just lying. Because he doesn't have any skill to do anything else. So he likes to lie about these things, right? But then, Auburn Preach, but their evidence, and we've already known this, that Donovan Sharp is indeed a liar. I want you to not only look at this, but I want you to also look at the wedding that he had with this same lady. Play that clip.
Any man who marries a woman past the age of 23 years old, you're getting leftovers. But yeah, David, listen, man. I'm not trying to be mean-spirited, but you married a single mom. Like, post-war women, they get married all the time, but the men they get married to are very low value. They're beta males. They're pushovers. They're not real men. They're not the men that arouse these women. What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharp, and I need to share the link. Copy the link. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I need to send it. Okay, guys, this is it. We were going to get married. I am now going to give the camera to our guy. Here we go. All right, we're live. No, you can turn it around. There you go. You ready? Let's go.
I don't know if that's not the most poetic thing ever, but a red pill wedding would be filmed upside down.
He did say turn it around, so I mean it is.
You can't make this up. That is poetry. So this is literally titled "A Red Pilled Wedding." I can't. All these high value men, and they still don't know how to not invert this video.
You don't know how to operate a camera.
I mean, I understand marriage isn't a big deal to you guys, but
that's a skit. That's a skit.
They look like they're in a hotel lobby.
That's a skit.
It says orientation is locked here too.
Yeah, you can't do it inside. And here we are, guys.
Yo, it's an L for the cameraman. It's an L for the editor.
No, that's his kid.
And he's edited his own wedding.
That's his kid.
All right,
that's his kid.
Check this one. Bruh, this would be a red pill wedding because everybody I saw who the audience was just dude.
Alright, guys. Welcome to our wedding. This is going to be a very sort of informal thing. There is no, what do they call it? An officiant? Pastor. Yeah, I'm the officiant. Okay. I'm the officiant and I run this. So we're going to exchange vows. She's got a few words for me. I've got some words for her. And then I will, by the power vested in me, Donovan Sharp, she's my wife.
Got word for her. Would you want to be my and only the rest of our lives?
Now then, you see that. Shout out to Albert and Priest for the great information there.
Dyson's digital motor gives you up to 280 air watts of suction in the most powerful HEPA cordless.
They're always doing a stellar job on that, dealing with some of these Negroes. But I'm going to just talk about this, guys, because it's very important. Donovan Sharp is also very anti-black. Can we say that? Donovan Sharp is anti-black. Very much so. He is very anti-black. And I think that's important for us to consider this. And the reason why I'd like to consider Donovan and his anti-blackness is because he felt like with the Black Manosphere guys, we were toxic, we were trash at the time I was there. It was too much drama there. And largely, the guys in the Black Manosphere went on to do some pretty decent things, okay? Not everybody, of course. But if you look at Donovan, look at what he did. He went over to the Manosphere proper. He completely ruined the experience over there. He completely ruined it. All right. Now let me continue to leverage this if I can. I would love to leverage this. He went over there to the white community, white Manosphere community, right? Didn't flourish. Then he went over and dealt with somebody he would call a single mother, 40. He feels like those kind of ladies are over the hill. That's not me saying it. That's how he felt. All to be accepted by the greater white Manosphere and to end up in a situation that he's in with nothing. Let that be a lesson to a lot of black men out there. You see, a guy like me who's stuck with the blacks, I own what I got. If I'm dating ladies, I'm not gonna talk about her, what she looks like. Let me just say, we have more opportunities over here. Okay? For somebody that Donovan calls a guy that's unattractive, a guy that's ugly, well, I mean, if you're attractive and that's what you get, I'll stay ugly, bro. Like, I will literally stay ugly. And then you're fighting over here instead of building up your own things that you own and have your community support you. Example, like people like Corey Holcomb, who gets support, Tariq Nasheed, who gets support, even somebody like Boyce Watkins, who gets support, people like that, African Diaspora News Channel, who gets support from their own community. We don't have to agree with this guy, Roland Martin, okay? People like that, Roland Martin, people like that get support. Where is Donovan? Donovan hated on his own community to go over to somebody's community, and let me just say this, largely deal with somebody that maybe somebody in our community would not even like. So what was the point of being in this red pill in the first place, Donovan, if that's how you're going to, in your own words, underachieve? But do you know how many black men are like that? That's what you get when you don't build your own stuff with your group. Because I didn't have that experience. Neither does Kevin. All right? Our community supports what we do. What was the point of you going over to someplace else because you hate your community, you hate your race, you go over to somebody else's community, and you become literally a laughing stock over there. You think those guys take you serious. They don't. They know you're not moving anything over there, bro. You're nobody to take serious over there, bro. If you're going to be honest with it, everybody knows you're not a guy to be respected over there. You don't make any moves over there. They hardly want you over there. You're not to be taken seriously. Meanwhile, people like me who are just minding my own black business, we're growing over here. We're growing over here. What about this guy though? What about this guy? He tried to sell out. What happened to the guy? Jesus Christ, he's doing terrible, isn't he? Jesus Christ, he's not making it, is he? Oh no, he's just not making it. He's not making it. He's struggling over there. Good God Almighty. Look at what's going on with Donovan Sharp. It is hilarious to see it. All of that being anti-black to owning nothing over there. have been over here and been a pioneer. Had all the opportunity you could have had, but no. You go over there, you get laughed out of the goddamn market, you become a worldwide joke. You thought you were cool? Look at you, nobody respects that guy over there. Absolutely not. What person in the red pill really respects him? Even Just Pearly thinks nobody looks at this guy as somebody that can do something there. Nobody respects that person. He can't get any help from those people over there. Absolutely not. He can do nothing there. But hey, that's a white man's ice is colder. I'd rather, Donovan, here's a word of advice to you, bro. I'd rather have what I have over here. I love my opportunities over here. Love it. Would never want to trade place with somebody like you, bro. I love that for you. I love you went back on your word. You told everybody you were a red pill, don't get married to single moms, and look what happened. Then you tried to act like you wanted to have people ask questions after. I think it's great. I think it's absolutely great. I think you deserve everything you're getting right now, bro. And I'm praying for you. I hope you get divorced and get another one just like that. Just like it. I think it's awesome. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson. Back at it again.
Jeez, man. He's hoping to get divorced. Damn. But, yeah, this is the reason why. And so it's only fair if we're going to critique the women, we got to critique some men for co-signing with that. It's only fair, you know. But, yeah. But it's the type of personality of women that, as far as the women, as far as we have. And it's just sad that they can't make up their mind. And I was thinking about this earlier. Like, the reason why some women don't have a man is because, you know, if you came from a generation like Generation X, we was that generation when we were children, when we were young. We watched our mothers, our grandmothers, you know, handle business, and they didn't bitch and complain and whine about getting up and fixing a meal for their family, even when they were tired. Even if, you know, sometimes if they have a disagreement with whether it was your granduncle, if you had grandaunts, your grandfather, they didn't always see eye to eye, but there was a mutual love and respect. And a lot of women today don't have that. A lot of women, men from all walks of life, want that, what they saw when they was a little boy. You know, when your parents go off and work, your grandmother would do her thing, your grandfather would do his thing. And you saw that. And they love you and they disciplined you. And they guided you on the right things on how to live life. And if you had some parents that were like that, but no matter what they did, they loved each other. You know, it wasn't put on no bank account. It wasn't put, times were hard, but they made it a go. And it's just like, this is what the men, reason why some men are leaving. They're willing to go to another part of the world, even though that they know the economy and some of the currency is not of pay. And these women can understand why, because those women over there will appreciate what you have, because they know that if you have good characteristics, and a good portion of them do, some of them are retired, and some of them have various opportunities that maybe it's not a high paying 5-6 figure what we have over here, but they appreciate what they have and work with what they can get, and this man treats them like royalty, and they appreciate and they're willing to give up and do everything with something put in them as a girl, watch their mother and their grandmothers did, and they never left that. But some of the women today in America and other places, they have women your grandmothers were like that. Some of your mothers were like that. It didn't matter no matter what. And sometimes your parents would probably get on each other's nerves. But the thing about it, it was love that got them up in the morning to fix a meal for you when you was a little kid, and fix a meal for their husband. It was love that did it, not slavery, not obligation. It was love, and it would motivate that man to go out there and work 60, 70 hours, taking all kind of crap from that boss, and sacrificing to bring home the paycheck. Sacrifice if he's out there in the farm field and he's farming. Sacrificing when he's out there doing electrical. Sacrifices if he's out there driving the bus. Sacrificing. And this is and women who understand that understand the sacrifice. And they go with that. One thing that some Latin American people come across, the ones that come over the border, they understand one thing. And even though later on, I'm not saying that some women do, some men don't. But one thing about the Latin American community, where they come from Honduras and all the different places, that they have a bond that the men have to do something and the women got to do something. And they have and when these two get together, that their first language is Spanish, right? So they come to a country like other people do, and they have to make a go of it. And sometimes their husband or their wife have to learn English or to make the ends meet, to make a better life for themselves. And it ain't about no, I want somebody 5-6 figure. It's not about that, because as long as they stay grounded, they can work together. How is it that they can do it, but here we live in the West, we can't do it? How is that even if they living together as a family until that man has a wife? And I watched this because I've been to the Hispanic and Latino church. This is what they improvise on. The ones that come straight from South America, and some of them that kept that tradition, and know where they come from, Mexico and different other places. And they have two things. They have culture, and what goes along with the culture is respect. When that man has to do his part, woman got to do her part. It doesn't make one lesser than the other. Why is it that they can learn that and they build things up? The men go out there and do construction. One brother might do janitorial. The wife might go to the factory. Might do housekeeping. Might have their own restaurant. But one thing about it that they have, they love each other. And people who they come from, that they stay grounded. And a good portion of them stay grounded. And I've seen other groups of people do this. Few different African groups and other groups. They have a language, they have communication, they have a custom that come together. American women, and this is why, and so when the passport bros see this, when they've been visiting these countries, and some of these men who've been in the military, retired military, and some of these men that's probably travel with business, whatever, they see that. And then you got some men that can be immature, trying to go over there and hit it and quit it, you know. But most cultures, it's designed that way. Well, I'm gonna leave you because he got more. Now, if you find a few individuals, it usually don't end up right. And then when they do, women that do that, they embarrass in that culture. It's embarrassing because now you have to go back. And you took a loss, and you left a good, hard-working man, and it might even bring shame to the family. That's what we lack. We don't have shame no more. That's why, and a lot of American black men, a good portion don't want to leave black women. They don't. But when you have some black women, some sitting up there telling you, I'm not going to do this, but I got to dominate you, control you. If you don't put me in check like I'm a 14-year-old, 15-year-old girl, and I'm not going to give you respect, I'm going to give you toxicity, the argument, and not necessary. And I know white women do this too, and other people, some white women and other women do this too. What you have a case is that the men going to leave. This is what some women have been trying to tell you. But these women don't want to hear it. They do not want to hear the fact. They don't want to take correction or nothing. Just like the woman said in England. They don't want to take correct. So hey, and it's not because you're alone. You're alone because your decision. You choose to be that way. You choose. You had to see the example as a young girl what your grandmother was like. You had to see it. And you watched your grandfather. And even though your grandmother was tired as I don't know what, she'd get up in the middle of the night, bonnet wearing, long dress gown on, and get down there and cook them something. And then sometimes they would grovel and everything, but they loved each other. We don't have many women like our grandmothers. And you have some in the baby boom are like that. But even that, it started with that generation. Then it came down to the Gen X generation. Then it went down, going down to the millennial generation. And really, it was the ones before the baby boom generation that set the bar. Because no matter what the difficulty was, and times were hard, some men had a good job, some black men were educated. But they all stuck together. Was it a perfect time? Was it men cheating, women cheating at that time? Most likely they was. Some even had children. But they had a sense of class. They have a sense of integrity. You don't find that no more. And even though it was something completely embarrassing, it was not like they kept it to among a few women. They didn't want to embarrass that something like that. Because back in the 40s, 50s, it would be embarrassing. It would be just uncalled for. But we live in this generation that don't just see that. And each generation gets worse and worse and worse. So the reason why some men are going is they trying to find something they saw when they was a little boy. That they saw with their grandma and their grandparents, or with their parents, and they want to find that same type of reciprocal that they saw their grandmother give their grandfather. That's the truth. They want to stand by somebody. Now, are some men are jerks? Yes, some men do cheat and act jerkish because they get spoiled too, because the woman's body gets to a certain weight, or I don't know. Things happen over time. It's just part of aging, But it's not like, which is kind of embarrassing if that's but for the women who are overweight, who have low weight, there's gonna be some men that are gonna take you. There might be some men that from Africa that love heavy set women. American men can say, I don't want a heavy set, but in Africa and some other few countries say, heck, I like a big woman. There might be, you might never know. But if that's the case, so in other words, it comes down to your personality. That's what it comes down to. It's because after the look and after what you can work with in the bedroom, reality says, do I want to spend my time, my heart, my resources with you? And that's what the men looking at. So men got a lot to lose. And if their heart is broken, that's it. Once they're broken, that's it. This is what they don't understand. So every man, regardless of his income, wants someone that truly loves him. Regardless of his status and education, wants a woman that loves him dearly. And And when other men see that, they say, hey man, you got a good woman. You better keep that woman. Because that's the woman that we know recognize that type of woman know how to love. She's not going to put a limit or not respecting you, honoring you, and loving you as the man you should be. And God's developed you as the man you are today. Some of these women don't have no patience. That's the truth. And even if God blessed them with the good man, they'll find some women do not appreciate it. I have watched from a couple of people's channel, like Older Man's channel, women crying because they gave up a man, and they in their 50s and 60s, and they did a silly thing, and they sit back regretting it. Because and at some point in life they saw what it was like to be a wife. They watched their grandmother, they watched their great-grandmother be a wife to their grandfather. What happened? And you had a good man that was working. You had a good man that didn't hit you, didn't beat you. He didn't verbally abuse you. What happened? What happened? So something good come along, you tempted your eyes, and you left it. That man didn't respond because he don't respond a certain way. You left him. Then that man that swooned you with his tongue, because he just wanted to get one thing, but he know he had to talk around you, and he could be sent by the devil to get you away from your husband. And in the end, you finally divorce your husband, get with this man, like some women have, and that man who you had a caring, loving husband get with some dude because of his looks, his status, his money. Next thing you know, he show his true color. He don't give a squat about you. He use your body up, your mind up, and whatever resource you have, and he dump you. And people, but you want the excitement though. So you kick yourself in the butt and come on social media. Some of these women make on social media, and they will not take accountability. It's because what you've done is your responsibility, and what your perception of a man, what you would so-called submit to. You know what to submit to. You were shown an example at some point in time. You seen it. You seen what people around you. You see, got cousins and aunties that have been married for 20, 30, 40 years, happily married. You see the formula. But as the woman, you don't want to affect. I ain't gonna do that, and I ain't gonna get up and shoot. He gotta do, and that's your problem, because you don't do it out of love. That's why you're not in a relationship. That's why a lot of these women are not in relationships, and they come online and they gripe and complaining. Why are the men leaving? That's why, ladies. That's why. Because I'm pretty. I'm prettier than her. It doesn't matter. Well, I got more education. It doesn't matter. Well, I make more money. It doesn't matter. This is what the men are. These men are trying. It doesn't. That don't please. You don't listen. You think what you think. You think it's about company because I'm more prettier and I my body's more whatever. You can exercise and do all that stuff. But what about your personality? Because I gotta deal with. I can look at you. I can be pleased with the eyes or whatever. But it's what I gotta live with for the rest. Am I investing my time, investing my heart, investing what I worked and earned for? This is what the men are saying. And then you gonna get off and walk out the door because you find somebody with a charming tongue, with a six pack abs, and with a swoop, and saying that he can do all these things to you that your man can't do. Then you leave him. Then he have done it. The same man, this man sent by the devil, and he does the same thing to the other woman. He got you to fall in love with him, and now you're hurt because you lit this fantasy because it was good in the bedroom. It was good with the little romantic things. It was, and in some cases, good. Some of them like toxicity. Think that that's normal. He puts you in check like a 15-year-old teenager. But at some point, he gets tired. He moves on. And now you stuck and you bitter. And and again, you don't want to take accountability because the Most High was trying to show you something, trying to show you what type of man which you really want. And he's trying to show you what love is, but you don't heed to it. So therefore, that's why you hurt, and that's what it is. That's why some of these women are hurt. It's the men that you pick. Same way, I don't mean just put on black women, but it's white women do the same thing, and this can go for their message too. It's the men that you pick. Be grateful with what you have, because somebody is praying to get something that what you don't want, what you don't think was in that man. Some woman across the water would love to have it. His persona, his personality. And this is what the Western women don't understand this, because they've been groomed. They've been groomed to think that it's all about flashy, beauty, and they get all this cosmetic surgery, like some women do in other places. That's fine, but at nighttime, I like what the late Pastor Darby said. He told his sons, and he listened. I heard this in the meeting. Shout out to but he said that, son. He said, when that woman, when she take off her makeup at night and everything, wake up the next morning, that's the real woman you're going to have to deal with. Because with the makeup off and everything off and she is normal, does she have that inner beauty? And that's something you can't cover up. That's something that the Most High had to reveal it. So, the reason why you see the most attractive, beautiful looking women that are single is because they have a lot of vanity, they have a lot of idols, and they don't appreciate what they had. Some of them don't. Then you got the men that they picked was just a cheater. So they lump all men as cheaters. That's a fact. And they bitter and they angry. And it's their fault. This is what they choose. They don't want to take accountability. And just like I showed you in the videos. But yeah, I don't want to make this too long, but I just want the reason why some women are single is because their own choice, their attitude, their persona. And you see some of the women online come make a TikTok videos, and they just don't understand. And they come on, I'll have sit back and listen to the women being the ghost in the cloud. Listen how they respond. Even when you have certain well-known commentator women, what kind of man you want? And majority of them is unrealistic. And then it's like, what do you bring to the table? I don't bring nothing but my beauty, my booty, and that's it. It's not. We ask you, what is your persona? And this is how, if I'm a man making six figures, I'd rather deal with the woman who's impoverished but have a good personality, give me all of her heart, deal with the woman with beauty and everything, and give me bad personality. Because I know you don't really care. I know you're going to run if things get rough. You can't handle the pressures of life. Because things do happen to people no matter how much money they have. Health problems can happen. Unexpected things can happen. And you can't handle the truth. That's the reason why your personality need to come into factor. That's why those men, and most of the men, we sit back and watch you, and we say, okay, is that the way it is? All right. Then I'm not going to share myself, my time, my resources with you. Your own mouth cause it to be vividly. And that's why, and you listen to a lot of these women that are like, these women that would advise, get the gold, get the bag, get this and get that. Look where they're at. Are they happily married? Are their husband happily with them? Or they've been thinking that they've been doing it to their husband and he's getting tired of it. He's getting tired of that mindset. Ask yourself, look at their background. And you're going to be like some of these women in their 50s and 60s, 70s, wishing that they had a husband. Think about it. So maybe it's a personality issue. Just saying. And I hope this bless somebody. And man, you know, you don't have to take the toxicity. What one woman won't do, another woman will do. If you're a good man. If she don't find you attractive, oh well. There's more women, remember, there's more women on the planet that God have for you than are men. So and you don't have to stick with a perfect certain set of race or whatever, different demographic. Somebody will want you. And I believe there's somebody for everybody out there. Because really in the end, that's what you want anyway. You don't want to be with somebody that all they want you for your materialistic stuff and, you know, your status and, you know, on little dumb things. You want somebody that wants you for your heart. That's so. And these women don't have the wisdom to see that. Some of them don't have to see it. All right then, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you enjoy this video. Like and subscribe. See you next time. See you on the next video. Be blessed and good luck with your finding your future mate. Take care.